Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome to your watch-along for the playoff final. Championship playoff final, the most expensive game in football. I think this fixture goes up to, is that 120 or 130 million pounds? I think this whole entire fixture is worth. And this is going to be pretty unbelievable. I hope all of you are well. How's things in the chat? Do let me know. And we're going to get ready for this feast here at Wembley. Hull versus Middlesbrough. Lineups on screen right now as the teams have come out onto the pitch. I've just seen Hackney is on the bench. As you guys can see on screen right here, the lineups are on screen for you guys to see for yourselves. For Hull, I've got to be honest, I'm looking at one player in particular here, and that's Balumi, the number 10, who is not yet an Algerian international, but his dad is one of the greatest African footballers of all time. So he's got a huge name to live up to, and I'm hoping he actually does a really good job today. I do want to see him in the Prem. But Middlesbrough have had Hackney come back from injury, and they're also missing their number 9 out with injury, if I'm not mistaken. So he's not going to be playing. This is quite a scenario here, considering that Southampton were in line to play in this final. And then the whole Spygate thing happened. And with Spygate, that investigation's come to a conclusion pretty much. I mean, well, now they're trying to dig deep to see exactly who was to blame and who should get punished and what is going on. But Southampton got removed, expelled from the final. And Middlesbrough, who initially lost their semi-final to Southampton, got the place in the final instead. So here we are, about to kick off 90 minutes of football that is going to determine the third team to get promoted from the Championship. Will it be Hull? Will it be Middlesbrough? Let's see. Now, the last time, let me have a look at this. The last time Hull were in the Premier League was not too long ago, if I'm not mistaken. The 16-17 season was the last time we've had Hull in the Prem. For Middlesbrough, it's the same. They both, they both went down at the same time. Well, one of them is coming back up. Only one is coming back up. So this is going to be an interesting game. It's the only real football that we have on today, unless if you're looking at other countries, but the leagues have already been settled. So this is realistically the one remaining game of the season that has something big on the line. And yeah, let the games begin. Let the games begin. Let me know, who are you guys backing if you are backing anyone. I do want Hull to win. Like I've already mentioned, I do have one player that I do want to get to the Prem. So I'm keeping an eye on Balumi, the number 10 for Hull, and hopefully he can do a good job. But yeah, historically, yeah, if we're talking in terms of heritage, yeah, Middlesbrough are an old school Prem team. You know, a club that were in the Prem for quite I wouldn't say vast amounts, but they were known to be a fully fledged Prem side at one time. If you remember, Middlesbrough were the team to beat Manchester City 8-1. If you remember that all those years ago. When did that happen? I swear that happened in around 2000 and... Was it 4, 5? Oh no, 2008? Oh, so just before they got bought. Wow. Talk about a humbling. Talk about the one. You know what? That game's probably what got them to get a new owner. If we're being honest. 2008 is wild. And then, yeah, I remember that summer they went and done a madness. They went and got Robinho, and they went and got... who else did they get? Did they get Dzeko in that window as well? If I'm not mistaken. But Middlesbrough beat Man City 8-1 that year. And that was pretty mental. I remember that day. It was hilarious. But it was pretty normal for Man City to lose those sort of games. Can't say that now. So we've got Hull Come on, you Tigers. Ravioli. Or no, his name wasn't Ravioli. His name was... Is it Ravanelli? It's Ravanelli. I smashed that. Ravanelli. Played for Middlesbrough, Juventus and Marseille. Yeah, Ravanelli. Ravioli. Bloody hell, have a day off. Just call him a pasta. Borough in the Prem would be nice. Big up, Joe. I'm older than that trash blue club in Man City. Yeah, the grey hair, exactly. He had grey hair. I remember watching him growing up and thinking he was about 60. But no, ooh, good ball in from the left-hand side. Good save for the keeper. Good start for the first 2 minutes from Middlesbrough here. McGree with the chance, or almost, not really a chance. He didn't get to the ball in time. It's amazing how much this game is actually worth. You know, when you put it into context of teams that get promoted from the Championship automatically and what they get for it compared to the team that wins the playoff final who gets more. It's actually pretty mental, you know? More risk, more reward, basically. I do remember Viduka. Viduka, that whole Leeds team was crazy. Viduka, Danny Mills, Harry Kewell, I'm missing someone. Alan Smith. Those were the quartet. I feel like I'm missing some others, though. Oh, yeah. Ferdinand. Rio was in that team, yeah. Before he went to United. For what would be a British transfer record of 30 million at the time. You know? So, yeah. But, yeah, the team that I'm curious, how much do... Let me check. So teams that are automatically promoted to the Premier League do secure some financial windfall between 180 to 220 million, right? But how much do teams... Wild. It's mad. You get that windfall of 180 to 220 million, right? But because you also play an added game, a final at Wembley, which is televised, and you get the money from that as well, and you get all of that, you end up getting more just for that one game than someone that just wins the championship and gets promoted automatically. Do you know what I mean? So it's... This game in and of itself is not... I was wrong there. It's not 120 million. Bloody hell. We're talking maybe 220 million. Do you know what I mean? You think of the added bonus of playing this game at Wembley that brings this team to get promoted. When you think ticketing, TV, even is there prize money for winning this game in and of itself, perhaps? Wild. But it's the most expensive game in football. The playoff final in the championship is the most expensive game in world football. So there's loads on the line. Nice little ball in midfield here for Middlesbrough. Foul given. Free kick, Hull City. I do expect, if I'm having to put your predictions in the chat as well, by the way, I do expect Hull City to win this. Considering that they got to the final calmly, you know, and Middlesbrough lost to Southampton technically, but I'm expecting Hull to be the superior side here, just a bit. Albeit Middlesbrough did get done by Southampton in that semi-final. They were cheated technically. Technically, they are. But Hull City have been pretty consistent. And that's why I am expecting them to nab it. I'm expecting them, to be honest, I'm going with a 2-0 Hull win. If I'm honest, 2-0 Hull win. Your predictions, 2-2 extra time pens. Whew, that'll be a long evening. Keep an eye on Balumi. I do know that. I do that. Halimi, that's exactly what my main motivation behind this game is. I want to see what Balumi does, and hopefully he can have a good game and get into the Premier League. I do want to see him in the Prem. A lot of people are not too familiar with Balumi and why he could be a big deal. Oh, little dink over the left-hand side, straight to the goalkeeper. Unlucky. Good little ball over the top for Middlesbrough. Here come Hull City working it out the back. But considering that Balumi has kind of gone under the radar, doesn't even play for the Algerian national team just yet. He could get the call up to the World Cup, though. That is a possibility. But because his dad is none other than Lakhdar Balumi, who was one of the best African footballers to have ever graced the earth, you know, considered the greatest Algerian footballer of all time. Some would say Mahrez now, of course. I do understand Mahrez would be in that conversation without question. But won the African Ballon d'Or in 81, if I'm not mistaken. And now his son is here in a very, very, very similar position, has very similar technicality, has done very well for Hull, and to be honest, that semi-final against Millwall, second leg, was him. He got the goal and the assist. I'm curious to see what he would do in the Prem. So keep an eye, because he's got traits. I can tell he's got traits like his dad, without question, without question. But he's also got more of a modern twist on things, which is good. So let's keep an eye. But I wonder how much of a fight Middlesbrough are going to put into this, considering they lost the semi-final. You know, whether, nice little flick in. Here come Hull on the left-hand side. Balumi running in. Good interception from Middlesbrough's back line. We're approaching 8.5 minutes. Still 0-0. Nice composure from the Middlesbrough defence. Very nicely worked. You know, the Championship, we know the Championship to be more physical. It's more Route 1. It's more, I don't want to say basic, but it's a little less complicated than the Prem, right? Things are a little bit more simple, I would say. But it's more, I don't know about you guys. The Championship, do you know how I see the Championship? I see the Championship as the Premier League of the English football pyramid. Because the Premier League is in its own weird atmosphere, in its own planet, ball over the top to absolutely no one, goal kick Hull. But the Premier League is separate. And then you have the rest, and the rest is the entire English football pyramid, from all the way down to grassroots. You go all the way up in terms of style of football, the mannerisms, the dressing room, the culture. Everything is the same. But the top of the pyramid is the Championship. And that's how I look at the Championship. It's raw, it's physical, it's straight up, it's in your face, but it's professional, you know? And this is why watching Championship football is actually enjoyable. It's actually enjoyable. Oh, nice little shimmy. Middlesbrough still with the ball. Great ball into midfield here. Here's McCree. He's got Target on his left. Hull back in shape. And there's a player down. Looks like his ankle's got twisted or something. But game stopped. See, I've got to be honest. If that was the Prem, they would have just waved play on. Easily. Just, yeah, go on. Keep playing. We'll get to him when the action's finished. What happened here? So, the landing. It's the landing. The tackle was there. Oh, actually, no. That was, are those studs? Oh, this could be a red. This could be a red. Okay, I don't know. How does it work in the Championship? Are they a little bit more lenient? In the Prem, that would be a red. I'll be honest. That's stud straight to the ankle. In the Prem, that's VAR and it's a red card. How is it down in the Championship? Are we going to get the same outcome here, or is it just get up and play on? I've got a feeling it's going to be get up and play on. You see, this is why I say the Championship is the Premier League of the English football pyramid, because there's things here that will be waived. Just, yeah, go on, keep going. No one cares. But in the Prem, you know, someone gets poked with a finger. Oh, my God, send him off. Like, anyway, the substitutions getting ready just in case. But when you look at that replay, I need to get another replay to see exactly who it was. But it's stud straight to the ankle. Celtic are currently playing at the moment as well. I do need to go and check this out, actually. Brown is the one who got studded. He's on his feet. He's all right. He's walking off the pitch. Is there going to be a VAR check here? I do wonder. I am going to... Oh, Scotland. The Scottish Cup final. It is 2-0 to Celtic against Dunfermline. And, yeah, Celtic are going to win that with ease, it seems like. So that's going to be them having a domestic double. It's play on. Do you see what I mean? There's no VAR. Referee's like, it's okay. There's not even a yellow card. There's not even a foul. Nothing given, right? Nothing. It's not in the Prem. That's easily a red. It's not even a debate. Easily. That's men playing football. I have to say, I do agree. Although I do think that should have at least been checked. At least. I mean, yeah. You know, there was no ball at all. It was just stud straight to the ankle. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. Little foul given. No. Is it? Oh, mate, you know what? I do love this about the Championship, though. Look, it's just players going at it. It's just the referee's like, yeah, go on, it's fine. Literally, two players have collided into each other. It looked like one got the advantage. Should have been a foul. Referee's like, no, play on. And then they just keep going. Even both of them just get up. There's no complaining. There's nothing. Gotta love it. Reminds me of old school Prem. It really does. It's what the Prem's missing. CFC Ballers, the first super chat of the day. Thank you very much, my friend, saying, which trophy is more valuable for Chelsea? Club World Cup, Europa, FA Cup. No, the Club World Cup. Valuable, you're talking valuable. Of course, the Club World Cup. The Club World Cup pocketed us... Was it 100 million? It was, wasn't it? It was close to 100 million total. Some of them's been justified. Some of that's been justified, I think, in terms of total prize money to go all the way to the final. Some of that's been accounted for in the last accounts that they've disclosed, and the rest is going to be accounted for in this year's. So, yeah, it's of course the Club World Cup, of course. Which one actually means more? I think probably Europa. Oh, chance for good, unlucky, good defending. Middlesbrough on the attack here. Ball over to the right hand side. Good interception. Little dink over. Doesn't find his man. So after Champions League and Prem, Champions League Club World Cup is the most important. No, it's the most valuable. We're talking money, prize money. Yeah. In terms of what's most important, no. If you're looking at what's most important between Club World Cup, Europa League, and the FA Cup, I think it's tough. You might say the Europa League nabs it. I would argue the FA Cup nabs it. I think just because the FA Cup holds more heritage and whatnot. I understand the Europa League is a European trophy, but it is the B grade European trophy, whereas the FA Cup is up for grabs by everyone in England. Do you know what I mean? So even the top teams are there. Is that handball? Target's complaining there that his cross had been blocked by the hand, which it was, but it looked like a natural position. Middlesbrough have started this brightly, very brightly. Nice through ball into Target on the left-hand side. And it's cleared. Hull haven't really stepped up into gear yet. It's been 16 minutes. We've not seen Hull do much yet. The Hull owner, if I'm not mistaken, was it the owner who did say that if Hull lose this final, they're going to take legal action, which I find hilarious, to be honest. I understand everything about Spygate, and it's been done correctly, but I'll find that hilarious if just because they lose this final, then they take legal action. Well, that doesn't make any sense. So if you win it, you're not going to take any legal action. As far as I'm concerned, Middlesbrough are justified playing this final. You know, the cheating incident was done before the first leg of Southampton-Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough were directly affected because of what Southampton did. At the end of the day, Hull did what they did to get to the final. Middlesbrough got denied a place in the final because of the cheating, and that's been rectified. I don't get why there has to be legal action. So, yeah, the Hull owner there, I think, just trying to find a buy straight into the Premier League, which is not how it's going to work. Simple as that. If he was really about it, he would not play this final and take legal action. He would say, no, we have a case to be promoted straight to the Premier League. We will not take part in this game because we can take this legal. You can't just say, all right, we're going to, if we lose, then we're taking legal action. That doesn't make any sense. So I hope that makes sense. Imagine being a Southie fan today. Listen, if you're a Southampton fan today, you're probably not even watching. All ball over the top, header. It's gone over. Little ball in. Over the bar. Whoa, chance there for Middlesbrough. This is the 40th playoff final. I didn't know that. Just saying. Didn't know that. But if it seems like it's the anniversary of playoff finals. That's an unlucky chance. Ball a little bit too high. Just a little bit. Couldn't reach it. If it was maybe about 2 inches taller, maybe. Strelec with the chance. If he had just been a bit taller, he might have been able to head that one down. But yeah, Southampton, no chance. Their fans are not watching this, no chance. But you know what? I've seen a lot of reaction from Southampton fans this week, and they all understood it. And they're all saying, look, we're twats. You know, the club, the analyst who did that, I've seen Southampton fans just blame their club fully, which is the right thing to do. You know, you can't possibly think of sending an analyst to go and spy on a training session. It's not even necessary. Do you know what I mean? If you'd asked me who were favourites to get to the final anyway between Southampton and Middlesbrough, I would have told you Southampton. You know, Southampton didn't need to do that. They really didn't. So, oh, they've paid the price for it. Middlesbrough are here playing the playoff final. And they're in with a chance of actually getting through. So far, in the first 20 minutes, Middlesbrough have been the better team. Ball over the top, little 1-2. Good defending. My goodness, who's this defender for Hull? Bloody hell, who's this number 6? He's about 8 foot tall. Who is this geezer? Oh, I need to know his name. What's his name? I need the lineups to pop back on screen. Holy crap. What an absolute unit. What a unit. I've not watched Hull religiously this season. I've not watched the Championship religiously, I'll be honest. More towards the latter end. Like towards the end. Ajayi. How tall is this geezer? Hang on. I've got to look this up. What an absolute monster. Ajayi. He plays for the Nigeria national team. I'm not surprised. He's 32. Blimey. How tall is he? Nah, he's not 6'4". He's not 6'4". That's a lie. Nah, it's not 6'4". It's more. He's got to be... No. I'm 6'1". There's no way. No, there's no way. There's no way that I look up to this geezer and he's only there. That doesn't make any sense. No. So I'm 6'1", so you're telling me 3 inches, yeah? Okay, so... No. I'm sorry. He's about that height. No, he's got to be about 6'8". He's got to be about 6'8", 6'7", minimum. There's no way he's 6'4". He's an absolute tank. I'm doing blue coat scouting. No, I'm not involved. He's 32 anyway. He's 32. Ball over the top. This is going really well for Middlesbrough. Touchdown. Where's the touch? He had the opportunity to bring that down on his left foot and he didn't do it. Don't know if he couldn't see the ball coming over him or... But it's a great ball over the top, and he got around the defender really well. He's tried to chest that down. Why are you chesting that down? It's going to bounce off you and go straight. Use your leg. Use your foot to bring it down and hit it first time. I did say 6'7". I know. I'm just going to pretend it didn't happen. Simple as that. To be fair, to make my case, I did say 6'8" first. Here's Bloomy. Ball over the top to the left-hand side. Great ball. Poor touch. Hull still have the ball. Hull, for the first time this game, are now warming into it. We're seeing them with the ball. If you look at the stats, they've had 21% possession in the first 22 and a half minutes. I mean, it's pretty mental. Middlesbrough with 79. Pretty crazy. And Hull have had no shots yet. Well, here they come with a chance, possibly now. Ball over the top, head up, over the bar. As he tipped it over, corner ball. Keeper did not need to do that. Good header from Coyle. But it was going over, I think, anyway. Was it? Here's the replay. Ball over the top. Yeah, that was going over. Keeper did not need to do that. At all. It was going wide as well. Keeper just misjudged the entire situation. Anyway, corner ball for Hull. It's a chance. Lumi to take. It's gone short. He's gone to the edge. Is there going to be a shot from distance? Poor first touch. What is that? Mate, what is that? Giles has just gone for a cracker with just one step and he's hit it into row L. Poor. Ajayi, did he? Who did he play for? Oh, he played for West Brom. Makes sense. Oh, water break. There's a water break here at Wembley because the temperatures in London at the moment are 30 degrees. If you've seen, it is, I think, 29, 30 in London at the moment. It is beautiful weather over there. So, bloody hell, we're the same temperature here. That's outrageous. Well, to be fair, it's evening here, but yeah, fair play. London on 29 at the moment. So there's a water break. Let's all have a water break. Bring on the H2O, got to be done. I mean, look at these. These guys are wearing water towels as well to cool off. I don't know about you guys, but playing in 28, 29, 30 degree heat, beautiful. I do like it. In England especially, it's great. Wonderful. Either that or just straight up rain. Just a complete flood. You know, you start sliding everywhere. Beautiful. It's going to be a hot week throughout the UK. A hot week. I think it's a heat wave, which is great. You know, fantastic. Gotta love that. As a former keeper, rain was my favourite conditions to play in. Just diving and sliding everywhere. You go back into the dressing room in mud. Although there is one situation where it's not great. It's where you're playing, you're in mud, and then you're in a dressing room that doesn't have any showers, and you just got to get changed and head home to shower. I don't know if you've had that, but you're mudded and thinking, how am I going to get this off? And then it dries and it gets stuck to your skin, and it's just long. Long. Goal kick, Middlesbrough. Ball over the top to absolutely no one. Easy for Hull to recoup possession. Is he going to keep it on? He does. Yeah, Ajay's not 6'4". He's not. There's no way. There's no way. Oh, dodgy defending there. Nearly cost Hull possession in a dangerous area. Don't tell me Championship teams are obsessed with passing out the back as well, I swear. Is the obsession in the Championship too? It better not be. Anyway, keeper's gone long. And it's out for a Middlesbrough throw. Thank you very much for the Super Chats. Charlie K, 2004, saying, Younes, thoughts on Maguire? Letter. And has TT chose the right 26? I trust him, man, and I love him. What he did for Chelsea will be remembered forever. First and foremost, yes, I do think it's the right decision. I do trust the team that he's picked. I've explained it on this channel as well. I've done a video in relation to the team that he's selected and why I think compared to how Tuchel's going to set England up, why the selection is justified. Right, I've spoken on that. Yes, there are some names there that you'd think, how is he not on the plane? I understand that. But it doesn't mean that what has been chosen can't get the job done, because they can. We'll see though. He's gonna be judged for it at the World Cup for sure. We'll see when the tournament begins. Tournament begins in just over 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, 2.5 weeks. So yeah, and then at the moment, make sure you realise that we're doing the watch-alongs on here for the World Cup, so make sure you guys are going to be here. Ben Heap, thank you for your super chat as well, my man. Younes, London polluted. 30-degree heat is horrible, to be honest. Yeah, London in 30 degrees is weird. When you're in the middle of the city, right? You're not in a park. You're not somewhere cold. You're not somewhere cool. You're not next to a fan or an aircon. It can feel pretty sticky. Yeah, pretty sticky. So, but look, when we're in London, we complain about the cold, we complain about the rain and whatnot. If you have to give me a choice between 30-degree heat in London or cold and rain in London, I'm taking 30-degree heat all day long. All day long. You know, go to the pools, go to the Lidos, go to the parks, and you're sorted. Yeah, UK houses aren't built for hot weather. I do agree. They're not even built for cold. They're just built for in between, you know? You put the heating on, heating doesn't even last long. You open the windows in the heat, it's not even cool. There's no aircon. Do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, the UK houses are not built for anything. They're just built for mid. That's it, mid. So it is what it is. You can watch the game, I think Sky Sports Football. If you're not in the UK, you can watch on beIN Sports 1. What's Algeria's first World Cup game? It's Argentina. So against Messi and his man them. I'm so looking forward to that. It's going to be crazy. Going to be crazy. In fact, depending on who's going to be selected for the Algeria squad, we might have Belumi here versus Messi. It might happen. Let's see. I'm not even kidding. I'm quietly optimistic for that first game. I only say that because Argentina lost the first game against Saudi at the last World Cup, if you remember, and I'm like, yeah, we can do the same. Do you know what I mean? But I'll be honest, if it wasn't the first game, if we played Argentina second or third game, I'd be like, yeah, we're losing that. But the first game's always where the shocks happen. Always. And they're the holders. So we'll be there. We'll be there. Charlie K for the super chat. Thank you very much. UK heatwave. More boats crossing the channel. Are you best believe? 100%. You 100%. And these things are looked at, you know. Don't get it twisted. When good weather conditions, they know, and then they move. Like, it's part of the system that they have in place. So you best believe, yeah, for sure, for sure. Does that mean more getting stopped though? Nah, probably not. Ajayi with the defending, and he's fallen over. Nah, he fell over there. I'll be honest, that didn't look like a foul. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm wrong. I need to see a replay. Was he fouled here? Ball over the top here for Middlesbrough. There was no offside. Ajayi himself did keep him on, but he managed to. Was there a little? Here's the angle I'm looking for. Yeah, there was a clip. There was a clip from Strelec on the right foot of Ajayi there to bring him down, free kick hole. Who do I think will win the World Cup? There's no reason why England can't. But obviously there's a bias. If I'm going to remove my bias and I'm going to take England out of the equation because I do think England can do it, I am going to go with Portugal. Portugal, I think, have gone under a lot of people's radars. If you're talking in terms of team balance, I think France are going to fold in the quarters. Spain are another one. Spain are just solid all round. But Portugal have a team. They have a team. So I'm going with, if it's not England, I'm going with them. I'm going with Portugal. Time difference where I am for the World Cup. Oh, the World Cup's going to be horrible here. Well, I say horrible. No, some games will be horrible. Some games will be good. Here it's going to be like 2 a.m., 5 a.m., 8 a.m., some even 9 a.m., I think. Some even very early kickoffs are going to be like midnight. So it's a night-fested tournament over here, for sure. Let's, well, early morning fested, shall I say. Martinez, Martinez is not the greatest gaffer, I will be honest. But Portugal have enough talent in that team to be able to maybe get him across the line, to be fair. You know? So, nice little shimmy in between, straight to the goalkeeper. Middlesbrough are operating really well so far. Really, really well. What about Algeria? Algeria, I reckon, I'll be honest, I think we're going to get to the last 32, for sure. For sure. The last 16, it depends. Because we don't know who we'll get until the time comes. We can't even predict it because anyone can finish anywhere, so we have no idea yet. If we're going to play a really big team in the last 32, or we're going to play a good team, an average team in the last 32, and then get a big team in the last 16, which I think is very possible. That's what I'm predicting. And then I reckon we go home, I'll be honest. I don't think Algeria will get past last 16. I don't see it. If we do, then great, but I don't think we do. But we'll see. We'll see. Ben Heap, thank you for the super chat. My man saying African teams will thrive this World Cup because of the heat. What's the temperature this... actually, all right. Yeah, even in the States. It's a hot summer, isn't it? Yeah. Something to take into consideration for sure. For sure. The South Americans will be happy with that as well. And then I'll say the hot Europeans. So Spanish, Portuguese will be happy with that as well. But yeah, the African teams are going to be on it. You have to remember as well, even in the group stage, there's going to be some groups where the top 3 go through. Because there's more teams. So 48 turns to 32, which means that you're going to get some groups with 3 teams instead of 2 going through. So there's a lot of flexibility for how the last 32 is going to look. Senegal for sure. Oh, nice little through ball here for Middlesbrough. You know, Middlesbrough so far, they moving the ball really, really well until they get to the last third. The final third, when they want to make that final killer pass, or you get a player running with the ball, they tend to mispass, misplace, or lose the ball. They have to do better. Long throw for Middlesbrough here, 37 minutes in. No long throw. In fact, the cross and it's blocked. It's not been, I've got to be honest, it's not been the most exciting playoff final yet. I do have to ask though, why are there empty seats? Or sorry, hang on. Are these, hang on. Is it just me or are they all wearing red? I know the Wembley seats are red. Maybe I'm misseeing things. They look like empty seats. Hang on, I'm gonna verify this. I'm gonna verify. I mean, the sea of orange is clear to see. No, those are seats. Yeah, those are seats. I can see it folded. There's seats. Yeah, there's loads of empty seats. What's going on? What, did Middlesbrough fans not want to show up or something? What's going on? It's mainly the Middlesbrough end. The Hull end looks pretty full when we get to it. We've not had the game in the Hull end pretty much. Oh, it's a great through ball. Here come Hull City. This could be 1-0. Good goalkeeping. Yeah, the Hull City end is actually, even in the Hull City end, I'm seeing some empty, but nowhere near like the Middlesbrough end. Maybe because of Spygate and Middlesbrough being given the place very late on, maybe some Middlesbrough fans just couldn't make it. Is Bloomy offside? He's offside. He's offside. Good goalkeeping. Was a nice chance there for Hull. Good through ball as well. Little dink over. Great through ball. And it's an unlucky. Slightly overhit. But yeah, I think, and to be honest, it's close to half time now. Maybe some fans have gone into the concourse just to get there early. But I'm assuming it's because Middlesbrough weren't given the place until only, what, 2-3 days ago? I think it's a lot to bear with, you know, in such a short space of time. You're asking fans to go from Middlesbrough all the way to London with 48-hour notice is pretty, yeah, sometimes impossible. So, Middlesbrough is far, by the way. If I'm going to actually, how far is Middlesbrough? Middlesbrough, is it further than, oh, okay, no, I was about to say, just before Newcastle, and Newcastle was as far as you can basically go before hitting the Scottish border, if we're being honest. So it's far. Yeah, it's far. Middlesbrough have another opportunity. We're about to hit the last 5 minutes of the first half. Still 0-0 in this playoff final. Ball in. Yeah, it's not a sellout. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not. I did see Bruno won Premier League Player of the Year, yes. I do, I get it. As a poor, well, he didn't really have a shot off there. Whittaker with the attempt, but he basically passed it to the goalkeeper then. There's a nice little through ball, but Whittaker going for a shot there is mad. He's got no power behind it. Don't know why he chose to do that. Nice touch. Middlesbrough looking like the likelier team to score so far. Oh, he's gone himself into space. Here come Middlesbrough. Little 1-2. Again, another poor attempt of a shot. But what is wrong with it? Middlesbrough players need to learn that you don't just hit the ball towards the goalkeeper just when you think it's right. Like, you need to actually make sure you can shoot. Oh, it hit Whittaker. To be honest, it was a toe punt. It was a toe punt at Whittaker. Then it stopped the ball. But, yeah, Strelec with the a toe punt reminiscent of what, you know, kids used to hit the ball like in year 6, if I'm honest. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes winning Player of the Year. Considering the team he was in, the circumstances he's had, and what he's actually done, I do get it. He has carried that United team, to be fair. Yeah. And he's been consistent in a very inconsistent Man United team up until Bellumi with the shot. Oh! I thought that was in. I thought that was going top bins. Oh, man. Okay, when you look at the replay, it wasn't right next to the post. It was a bit wide. Good attempt. Good attempt. But yeah, I get it. Although I'm a bit surprised that Player of the Year doesn't actually end up with an Arsenal player. You know, some people say Declan Rice. Who else? Middlesbrough the chance here. His target on the left-hand side, free. Hit the chest, good defending. Given away. Ball in, that's a good dink. Good goalkeeping. Good goalkeeping, and Hull managed to drag it out of their defence. Fuzzbrain, thank you for the super chat, mate. Saying, Younes, mate, I'm crashing out after the Alex Scott link. Are we the new Dortmund Ajax, where we just a stepping stone club now? I mean, yeah, we have to be now. Unfortunately, because we ain't got Champions League football. So, of course, we are now technically a stepping stone club. We're going to get raided by clubs that do have Champions League football. The Alex Scott link is nothing more than a link right now based on what apparently the club have scouted, right? There's no move or anything. But I talk about it, and we get others that talk about it because it's the latest news. That's it, right? But, yeah, we've scouted, we've looked at the player. Doesn't mean we have to move for him, but those are the sort of players that we're keeping an eye on. It's not surprising. Basically, it's not surprising. No, Pedro is the Chelsea Player of the Year. We're talking about the Premier League Player of the Year that was given to Bruno Fernandes today. So. Younes, when does the deal run out for OK Jersey? Because I want to get a Senegal shirt today. I'm not kidding, today. It runs out today. So you can use this YTF15 to get your discount in. From tomorrow, it will be 8%. So it'll go back down to 8. So you got 15 today, 8 tomorrow. Get it today. We're on the brink of half-time here, 0-0. We've had Hull in the last couple of minutes have a chance on goal, and now they're seeing a little bit more of the ball. Ball in. Oh, it's at the bar! Good header. Is that a corner or no? Hull are getting closer now. That's a great ball in. It's good physicality there from the striker. Oh, the shot. Should that have been a corner? There is a shirt ball there, but bloody hell. Was that a corner? Yes. It should be a corner. It should be a corner. It did come off the back of the defender. No corner given, I don't think. That did hit Malanda's back. No corner. That should have been a corner. How many minutes added on? Are we going to get any? There should be probably 2. I'd go no more than that. The game's been pretty consistent. Ball over the top. Good little check from the Middlesbrough defender. 3 minutes. 3 minutes I've had this time. We're about to finish the first of 3. Younes, if Chelsea win the Prem next year, I'll give you 50 quid. That's how confident I am. Mate, I'm in the same boat as you. But if you want to hand over 50 quid, no problem. Go for it. Do you know what I mean? Ball over the top, Target on the left. Target is causing a few issues for Hull here. He's unmarked. I'm noticing this a lot. Target on that left-hand side is unmarked. He's just able to do what he wants. He's getting the ball, receiving, crossing as he pleases. That's something Hull need to try and shut down a little bit more. If they allow that to happen too much, Middlesbrough can score. Ball over the top, good defending. Hull City throw. Header from Malanda. We got 1 minute and 10 seconds left of this half. All in. Good header. Back post. No. Headed. Keeper. It's a bit of a stalemate. So far, this keeps going on like this. We could actually reach penalties, I'll be honest, because... Oh, here come Middlesbrough. Oh, he's put him on his backside. Oh, it's an unlucky shot, that. Oh, my goodness, man. Strelec with the Techers. Little shimmy over to the left-hand side. Was that a Cruyff turn he pulled off? Good physicality. Oh, no, just a flick. Just a flick. And he's put the whole number 4 on his backside. Took a shot, bottom corner, unlucky. Well, that's the free play of the free. And that's half-time. Half-time. Hull 0, Middlesbrough 0. And it's like I've said, so far, seems like if it stays like this, it'll just go to pens. I don't think extra time will break these two. Freestyle 80, thank you very much for the super chat, saying so they need to target. Yes. They need to target, and then stop target from targeting the target in order for Hull to go and target the target to achieve their target. And stop Middlesbrough from targeting their target by stopping target to get the target. No, not the supermarket. We're not in the States, guys. Do you know what I mean? Thank you for clarifying. No problem at all. Mamelodi Sundowns lost their league title reign in South Africa after 9 years of dominance. No way. Let me guess. Who won the South African title if it's not Mamelodi Sundowns? What's that other South African team that I know? There's Mamelodi Sundowns. And there's... Oh, man, I know there's two. There's two prominent South African teams, and I've forgotten the other one. Oh, man. Mamelodi Sundowns. Oh, man. What's the other one? I don't want to look. Orlando Pirates. I didn't want to look, but yeah. Was it them? Was it Kaiser Chiefs? Yeah, what happened to Kaiser Chiefs? I've not heard about them in ages. They used to be pretty big. But who won the South African title? Was it Pirates? Pirates. I thought so. Did Kaiser Chiefs finish third? Hang on. You know what? Hang on. South African League. Yeah, Kaiser Chiefs finished third. Orlando Pirates, 1 point ahead of Mamelodi Sundowns, which means that, Pirates and Sundowns get to the Champions League. That's how I know them. I know these teams through the African Champions League. That's basically it. You know? I've had my team in Algeria play both sides. Not often, but they've played both sides. So I'm aware of Kaiser Chiefs, and I'm aware of I'm aware of Orlando Pirates. I'm aware of Mamelodi Sundowns specifically. They've dominated the past decade. And Kaiser Chiefs, I remember. And no, Kaiser Chiefs, not talking about the band. Not talking about the band. But yeah, interesting half, I would say, for the playoff final. You know what? I've got to be honest. So far, it's been flat. It's been flat. For a playoff final, I remember... Okay, let me give some context. I remember when the playoff final between Watford Crystal Palace, right? That was a proper playoff final. Who else? Playoff final... What one was... Hang on, let me get the history of the playoff finals. So... Southampton Leeds was a good one. Crystal Palace Watford was 2013. I remember that day. My goodness. Norwich Middlesbrough was a good one as well. Luton Town Coventry was an interesting one, and that was, I think, the most shocking one out of the lot, because no one expected Luton Town to end up in the Prem, and they did it. Do you know what I mean? They did it, and on pens as well. Remember, it was a penalty shootout. So, yeah. But today's final has been flat. Unless if we're going to get a good second half. Hopefully we do. Fingers crossed we do. Thank you, Parthibdas, for the super chat, saying, hello, brother, how are things? Love your content. Thank you very much. All is good. All is good. Thank you, my man. I hope you're good as well. So far, it seems that way, innit? Either of these teams is going to go down again next season. Okay, yeah. So let's be logical about this. Based on how I've seen these teams play so far, Hull I expect a little bit more from, and Middlesbrough, if we're being honest, if they're finishing in the way that they're finishing today, they're going to get wrecked. They're going to get wrecked. So. Ethan, go basically, whatever your UK size is, go one up. That will do. That's if you're a big guy. But as I say big guy, if you're, if you're thin, or if you're the thinner, then you could maybe get away with sticking with your size. But I would say go one size up your UK size. That will do it. Someone said I should watch American football to get my mind off Chelsea. No. I can't watch American football. There's too many breaks. I've watched the Super Bowl. I don't mind watching the Super Bowl. I don't mind doing it once a year. Yeah, once a year, watch the Super Bowl. Like I remember watching a Super Bowl. I was at uni, and we watched the Super Bowl because there was an event around. It was like we might as well go and watch it then. And we watched the Super Bowl. It was the New York Giants against. Who was it? It wasn't the Dolphins. Anyway, but yeah, that's it. I can't watch American football more than that. That's again, thank you very much. It's not 4:25 p.m. in Dubai now. No. They're UK. Considering majority of the audience are UK. So I've amended the time to make sure that it's UK. Yeah, facts. American football, well, the NFL. Let's say the NFL. It's different if you're playing and if you're there and whatnot. It's different, but the NFL is just ads. It's just ads, you know? If you're watching a game, it's like you're watching ads with a little bit of sport in it. If we're looking at the stats for this game so far, let's actually see what the output of this has been so far. I don't think Hull have maybe had one shot, I guess, on target. Actually, I don't think they've had a shot on target. I don't think Hull have had a shot on target. We're about to get it on screen. Let's see. Okay, after the Middlesbrough team. After the Middlesbrough team. But we know Middlesbrough have been the better side. But I'm curious, have Hull actually worked the goalkeeper? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember when the goalkeeper was worked. We had the header, but that wasn't on target. That wasn't on target. Right, here we go. It's one on target. Okay, that's what's mad. Both have had one on target. I'm sorry, but that reflects badly on Middlesbrough. Considering Middlesbrough have had a lot more of the ball, have had more opportunity into Hull's box, have had more chances, but the shots on target are the same. That's not good enough at all. And this is what I was saying. If Middlesbrough were to go to the Prem and finish the way they're finishing today, they're going to get destroyed. They're going to get destroyed. Hull, though, despite the minimal output, still very much in this game. At the moment, they are showing the winners of the Euros from previous years. So 84, 88, 92. 92 was an interesting year. 92, Denmark won it. And Denmark didn't even qualify for it. I don't know if you guys know that. So they didn't qualify, but then they won the competition. How did that happen? If you go back and you look, was it Yugoslavia? What happened? There was a team that got eliminated, that basically got kicked out, right? And because of that, Denmark were granted entry to the competition. And then they went all the way. No, it wasn't Yugoslavia, sorry. It was Yugoslavia. It was Yugoslavia. They were disqualified because of the breakup of the country. So Yugoslavia separated into various nations, and because of that, they could no longer take part. Denmark got granted entry. They were runners-up to Yugoslavia. So similarly, like we saw with Southampton and Middlesbrough, they were granted entry because they were second to Yugoslavia. And then they went to the competition and won the whole flipping thing. How mad is that? How mad is that? Can you imagine if that happened now? You know? That's like the equivalent of... Imagine a team that just doesn't qualify for it now. Imagine if Moldova just rocked up and just won the whole thing. That would be ridiculous. That's what happened. So, interesting stuff. Parthibas, thank you very much for the super chat. Did you shift to Dubai for business endeavors? Yes. For work. Initially, yes. And then, yeah, the setup here has just been overall really smooth and really good. Although now it is, to be fair, like today's been good. Yesterday was hot. Yesterday was 40 degrees. So if you can handle the weather, it's a great place. If you can't handle the weather, then you're going to be in and out of the place often, which is not great. You know, you'll be here for like half the year, and then the other half of the year, you're not going to be here. But if you can hack it, you're good, you're good. There was the whole thing about Iran leaving the World Cup. Now, apparently Iran will be playing the World Cup. Apparently they are going to be going. I don't know how that's going to work out, I'll be honest. Mexico did volunteer for Iran to play all their games in Mexico, which makes sense. Makes sense. Maybe even Canada can do the same. I don't know, but I don't think Canada will. Mexico, I think, will be happy to do that. But yeah, apparently they'll be there. So interesting. Interesting. Nah. A feeling Liverpool are waiting for Klopp. They might. Nah, I don't think Klopp will go back. You got to remember, Klopp left because, well, primarily he got, well, tired. He was exhausted. Like it was health. You know, he thought enough was enough. Hence why he went into more of a director type role over at Red Bull, which is a little more chill. Real Madrid apparently did speak with him though. You're not going to turn down Real Madrid. But, and again, yeah, who knows? But I don't think he'll go back to Liverpool. I think that chapter's done. Because if he went, I don't think he'd last long. Someone said San Marino. San Marino can't even score a goal. You know, for San Marino, whenever they score a goal, it's like they've won the World Cup. I actually rate San Marino because of that, you know. San Marino is a very, very interesting team to watch when you see them get very excited just because they scored a goal. Like, that's it. Objective completed. You know what I mean? If they win a game, it's like they've won the entire flip. It's like they've won the World Cup. They win a game once every like 10 years. So we're about to get the second half underway here in this playoff final. Middlesbrough coming back out onto the pitch. Taking a look at this. My good, yeah, there's a lot of empty seats. There's a lot of empty seats. Hull about to make their way out too. Do I think Liverpool contacted Xabi Alonso and he said no, or did they not even consider replacing Slot? It honestly seems like they didn't even consider replacing Slot. I'll be honest, it seems that way. It seems that way. Although, we'll see if Slot's gonna be able to make it after this weekend. I'm starting to get a feeling he's going to get replaced. I think they've been very hesitant to pull the trigger, and that's cost them. If not, they probably would have got Xabi Alonso. But I'm very curious to see if Slot's going to stay or not. I don't think he will, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think he will. But we'll see. If they do keep him, it's suicide, though. I'll say that. We're up and away for the second half of this playoff final. Parthib, thank you very much, saying, I miss your previous UK setup. That was goated. What, the orange walls? I didn't even realise. The ball was played to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's gone for the flipping boot. It's hit the striker in the head, and now it's gone out for a goal kick. What a terrible way to start the game for Hull. Hull are not sending good signals here, I'll be honest. They're really not sending good signals whatsoever. Ah, poor touch. I'm getting the feeling that Hull might actually bottle this. Do you know what I mean? I remember Younes and Gooney and Shades with Lee Gunner and Northside. I believe in a stream before the Clowns came and we were destined for the Saudis to come and you had Shades. Oh my God, I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah, we thought we were getting it all. Look who's laughing now. They're sitting there as Premier League champions. Mental. Ball over the top. Little dink. Shot. Oh, is that a defender that blocked it? It was, I think, corner ball. Yeah, it was. It was Egan. Good block. Well, I say good block. He took the shot at him. Middlesbrough getting closer. Middlesbrough getting closer. Zero Tolerance, thank you very much. Saying, Younes, I just read that Xabi Alonso wants Osimhen. We all do. Good luck getting him. I'd love Osimhen. Holy man. But we ain't paying that salary. We're not paying that salary. No way. We should. We won't. Maybe Hull might get him. Or Middlesbrough. It's not a Middlesbrough corner. Target to take. Good ball in. Back post. Oh, he should have kept his head down. Capped him with a chance. Should have kept his head down. Should have. That's an unlucky header, that. Unlucky. It's all still Middlesbrough. Good tackle. Good tackle. Look at that. A great crunch tackle, right? A great crunch tackle. Both get up, they tap hands, and they keep it moving. Proper. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Look at that. Boss. Beautiful tackle. Beautiful. From Slater. Slater on Ayling. And then Ayling gets up. Both get up. Little tap on the hand. Keep it moving. Wonderful. Wonderful. Ball booted up by Ajayi. Hull with the ball. Parsibdas, thank you very much for the super chat, saying, did Blueco redeem themselves by signing Xabi Alonso? No. Some will tell you yes. I'm going to tell you no. Not yet. No. What will redeem Blueco is if we actually go into the summer window and somehow have the cash to be able to go and get the actual players we need to then give Xabi Alonso what he needs to be able to work, basically. Up until that point, he's just as irrelevant as Liam Rossini was. Simple as that, because the manager has never really been the problem, for being honest. Obviously, there's levels. There's like Rossini's just poor. Rossini should never have got the job. You could argue the same for Maresca. You could argue the same for Potter. But regardless of who's in the job, they're walking in with their hands tied. So until that is sorted, then we can start looking at the manager completely. Basically. And this someone will tell us what we need to know. Hull City throw on the left-hand side. Good throw long. Little flick on. All given away. Here's Ajayi. Over to the right-hand side. Here's Balumi. Nice overlap. Ball in. Header. Oh, should have. That's poor from the number 7 there of Hull. Should have had a better header there, I'll be honest. Should have got a better connection on that. That was a great ball in. It was a great ball in. He got himself positioned beautifully. He just had no whip on that at all. He just let the ball hit his head. Crooks with the header. Ball over the top. Hull retrieved the ball. Little through in. Okay, Hull are starting to... Bloody hell. Look at that defending. Just walloped it straight into Rosette. Brown with the clearance. Hull throw. I've given it away. Oh, they've won it back. Here come Hull. Into midfield. No, over to the left-hand side. Here's Target. Not Target. Bloody hell. Talking about Middlesbrough players. Hull have gone back. If Middlesbrough are not careful here, and they start allowing Hull to creep back into this game whilst Middlesbrough have had the majority of the control, I've got a feeling Hull could actually just nick it. Because Middlesbrough have not been clinical at all, and now it looks like they're starting to lose a little bit of hold on this game. Hull are beginning to creep in, and psychologically that could be a factor. That could be a factor. Got to be careful. Hit and miss here for both Hull and Middlesbrough. Giving the ball away, winning it back, giving the ball away, winning it back. Over on this right-hand side for Hull, that's not a foul, really, let's be honest. He's just tumbled over. Free kick Middlesbrough. Barely even a hand on him. Barely. Over to the right-hand side. Nice, nice. Fluid football here from Middlesbrough. One touch football. Here they come on the... Good defending. Good defending. Again, you see, that's Middlesbrough's problem. Every time they get to the box, fumbled. But the way they just moved to get to the box was fantastic. One touch football between four players, four passes, ball is in the box. And they're in. And then it's just a case of that a certain player having to get past or making a pass that doesn't go through. Oh, wow, gone, Balumi, gone. He's gone past two. Going past the third. No, he's got a ball in central. Good defending. Out for a corner. No, kept on. Kept on. All right, now this is starting to get a little bit end-to-end. Failed to keep it on. Hull throw. This is starting to heat up now. This is starting to heat up. .55, 56 minutes. Hull 0, Middlesbrough 0. Starting to get a little bit more end-to-end now. Oh, through. Okay, so Middlesbrough about to get to the box, and there you go. It's the final cross, cleared away. Had an option in front of him to pass to, although he was marked. Throw into Middlesbrough on the right-hand side. Throwing it back. Look, again, more space. That's not a foul. Play on. That's shoulder to shoulder. Get up, get up. Hull with a chance of a counter-attack here if they do move quickly. Ball over to the right-hand side, penetrating into the space. Ball shifted to the left. It does find its man. Miller. Little 1-2. Nah. The flick didn't work. The flick didn't work. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Hull have stepped up. The last 5 minutes now, Hull have really stepped up. Can I make a video on Aries management and where they might take over? When will it happen at the earliest? Well, the first loan, if I'm not mistaken, is due back next summer. You have to realise Aries management will only step in once a covenant has been broken, or they see that it's inevitable that that's going to happen, which means one of the conditions that they've had in place to be broken. And the next loan that's due back for repayment without any refinancing is the Bank of America JP Morgan loan next summer. So I don't think anything will happen up until next summer, unless if things just, I mean, now we ain't got Champions League football, you best believe they're probably going to keep their eye on things, but I can't give you a time frame. I wouldn't say it's likely before next summer, but you never know with these lot. You never know. You never know. Nice. And again, given away. Middlesbrough, every time. Flick. Oh, this is a beautiful ball. Beautiful ball. Little. Good tackle. Good tackle. Ailing with the slide there to retrieve the ball. If it wasn't for that, he would have been in. Hull would have had a one-on-one. Hull are getting closer. It looks like now Middlesbrough are making their way to the box, losing the ball, getting caught on transition, leaving themselves a little bit more vulnerable. And now it seems like Middlesbrough, yeah, it might look like they're putting off the better chances, but they're not putting anything to bed. And Hull are waiting to snoop and hit at a moment when they're at their most vulnerable. And I can't help but think this is going to lead to a Hull 1-0. I can't help but think it. Look at this. Little 1-2s. Moving to the box is fantastic for Middlesbrough. The midfield is operating brilliantly. But when they get there, they're clueless. That's the problem. Look at that. Great through ball. Great through ball. Look at the options. Fantastic. Is he in? And then tackled. Another shot. Blocked. That's every time. Middlesbrough doing everything they can. Once they're in the box, they ain't got a clue. Whereas Hull now, ball stayed on. Look up. That's a free kick. No, referee says play on. Referee says play on. Shift it to the right. Shift it to the right. Ball in. Bellumi. Straight to the goalkeeper. Do you see what I mean? I was hoping he'd score that. I'm not going to lie. But that's where Hull are looking to win the ball, counter, boom, up the pitch, score. And Hull look more threatening on goal than Middlesbrough. This game plan for Hull might be working. Did you see Matt Law spreading all that PR about Cucurella? Blueco clearly want to sell him. Matt Law is a proper Blueco man. He's one of many, unfortunately. One of many. Here come Hull. We've got half an hour left to play. Still 0-0. I do think there's a goal in this. Ajayi with the ball that's gone back to flipping Hull. I mean, substitution for Hull. Who's coming off? So, substitution for Hull. It's Miller coming off. The number 7 in that left-hand half space. That left 10, you could say. And it is Gelhardt. I've heard of this name before. Or am I thinking Gerhardt? No, he played for Leeds. Yeah, he played for Leeds. Technically, he's on loan. Yeah, we've seen him. I knew that name was familiar. Good name to bring on, I guess. Oh, here come Middlesbrough. Good physicality, good strength. Ball over to the right-hand side. What are they going to do with this? Blocked. Every time. Ball in, straight to the keeper. Middlesbrough are just... They're doing the most for nothing. Whereas Hull are doing the least with a chance. Hull playing more exciting than Chelsea. Hull back in the Prem. Last time that happened, we won the league. It's not everything that has to happen twice. If we were going through that, England would have won the Euros and the World Cup by now. But, you know, connecting all those dots, we were using all sorts of... what are they called? Superstitions. That's the word. We were like, if it was down to superstition, England would have 3 World Cups by now. But ball in, cleared. What's going on? Oh, Hackney. Game changer. This is Middlesbrough's best player of the season. He actually won. I think he won Championship Player of the Season, if I'm not mistaken. Hackney of Middlesbrough. And he's about to come on. He wasn't there for the semi-final second leg. And he's coming on for this. So that's a word of caution to Hull. A word of caution. Also, because we're watching a championship game here, I just want to also, bring up so you guys can make the difference. Do you realize the tempo of this game is a little slower than how you'd find it in the Prem? So you'd find at the speed at which the ball travels from place to place is slightly less than you'll find in the Prem. Doesn't mean that the game's not fast. It is quick in moments. Whereas in the Prem, it's a little bit more snappy. The spaces are a little less. The timing is a little less. The speed is a little more. It's you do realise a difference compared to the Championship. I have to say, Middlesbrough's midfielder here, their number 8, is having an outstanding game. I love everything he's doing. Even that last little bit of skill to flick it over the player, bring the ball down, compose, look for the option. I do want to get the name up when it does show up, but he's having a brilliant game. Hull have a man down. Oh, a little bit of cramp here. Oh, it's McGree. Is it McGree or is it Morris? There's 8 and 18, and I don't know if it was 8 or 18, but having a great game. I think it's Morris. Actually, it might be McGree. I'm not entirely sure. I will look that up in a little bit. Is he number 8 or number 18? But their midfielder, beautiful. Beautiful. Hackney's coming on. I wonder for who. Another water break. We've got another water break because it is hot in London. Sounds like Balumi better than Palmer. No, I mean, this season, yeah, playing better, but no. In terms of level of the player, no. Balumi does have a lot of scope, though. I do reckon Balumi will become a very good player. He's only, what, is he 20? I think he's 20. Oh, he's 23. Right, Hackney about to come on. Again, for who? We're about to get the confirmation. It's not Strelec, is it? The referee can't get the ball to work. Brilliant. Only in the Championship. Oh, there it is. It is Strelec. So Hackney's going up top. It looks like as a forward. Middlesbrough fans very happy with that. He did win Championship Player of the Season, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just verify that. Yep. Hayden Hackney was crowned Championship Player of the Season at the 2026 EFL Awards. So he's had a banging season. Top season. Right, we've resumed. 20 minutes to go. It's off the pitch, Middlesbrough throw. Still 0-0. No breakthrough, and to be honest, either goalkeeper. No goalkeeper's been tested at all. These two goalkeepers are having picnics today, if we're being honest. Full-on picnics. Ball over to the left-hand side. They've got some space. Hackney getting involved. He's a threat. We were talking about Middlesbrough not being able to convert any chances or even work the goalkeeper. Well, maybe Hackney changes that. It's a possibility. That's a poor pass. Poor pass. Hull have cleared that away. Hull a little bit more on the defensive side now. Maybe they feel threatened with Hackney on the pitch. I don't know. I'm guessing. But that could be the answer for Middlesbrough's lack of output in the final third. Here he is now. Ball over to the left. Again, just a poor pass, man. The execution here is poor. Good strength. Hull still free kick? I don't know. Was that really a foul? I'm not so sure. Free kick Middlesbrough on the halfway line. Player down. He doesn't look comfortable. Is he just tired, or has he got cramp, or what's the problem? He looks like he can't breathe. Is he all right? They've gone full pelt here. Okay, there is a shirt ball. There's a shirt ball. Yep. But then he's gone down. He just looks like he's struggling to breathe. Is he all right? He's on the ground. He's holding his eyes. I genuinely hope he's all right here. I'd get the medical on pitch, mate. I would. I'd get the physios on there ASAP. Maybe he's not got enough electrolytes in him or something, but he don't look good. It's not hamstring or anything. Oh, actually, is it? It is. It's the hamstring. It's the hamstring. Okay, thank goodness. I was about to say, he looked like he was getting lightheaded or something. You never know where that could go. He's felt something. They've got some subs warming up. He's getting a little bit of a stretch on that hamstring. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's his hammy. It's his hammy. He's up on his feet. I think he's about to be anyway. How about to make another sub? In the meantime. So Middlesbrough, it looks like you could be coming off here. No risk taken. Oh, and it is McGree. Oh, that's a blow. He's been class for Middlesbrough today. Oh, he's coming off. Man, that's a blow. He's been, I was saying just minutes ago, he's had a phenomenal game in midfield for him. Fantastic. He's gone down the tunnel. And it's a sub. Mario Melchiot's come on. If you remember Melchiot, shout out Melchiot. Hansen's come on for McGree. For Hull, there's going to be a sub here as well. Is it Balumi coming off? No, it's not. I was about to say. It'd be mental if it was. Oh, he's Australian. Oh, well, he's got 2.5 weeks to get his hamstring in order. Okay, there's 2 subs. 2 subs for Hull. It is Balumi. He's come off. Why? He's fuming. He's fuming. He's fuming. I can tell. I can tell he's fuming. I don't see why he should have been brought off. Yu is on. Hirakawa and Drame both on for Hull. Farhad, thank you very much for the super chat. Which club do you hate the most? The Chelsea rival. Mine, from most hated to least: Man United, Barcelona, Arsenal, Tottenham, then Liverpool. It's a big question, that. Tottenham, always. Barcelona, Arsenal, Man United. Actually, Liverpool, United. It's hard, but they're at the bottom. I'm very intrigued to see how Hull are going to pull this off now. I'm not so sure about their subs and how efficient they're going to be, but I'll be honest, the way that it's looking, if Middlesbrough can just fix their finishing, then they might be able to do that with Hackney. Your bets would probably be on Middlesbrough to win this. I don't know how quick Drame is. He came on. He's on that right-hand side, right? How fast is he? Because the way that Hull have been playing, they've been looking to try and hit a counter-attack to get the balls in on behind, right? Which, for the two half-tens that you could say, the two players in the half spaces behind the striker for Hull that they've had, on either side, have been able to get in behind for those cross diagonals. But they had speed. And you've got the subs that have been made, and now I'm questioning, okay, well, you've just taken those guys off. So how is this going to work now? I don't know, unless if they've got speed, but it feels like tactically, Hull might have chopped off their own hands here. Middlesbrough, it's all Middlesbrough. At the moment, it's just them with the ball. And it looks like Hull are just trying to defend. Look at that. Okay, ball onto... Okay, so they had an option on the left here. And it's been intercepted. And it's been taken. And Middlesbrough won it back. All still Middlesbrough, trying to make their way through. They always get through with one through ball. They've done it with another through ball. Here he is. Is it going to be 1-0 Middlesbrough? Oh, my goodness, just wide of the post. Oh, my goodness. And it's the sub. He's offside. Was he offside? I don't think he was offside, ref. I'll be honest. Here's the replay. Was he? That through ball looked clean. He was. My bad. He was. Did I hear the news? Everton is interested in Delap. Are they? Listen, if they're interested in Delap, I'll drive them. I'll drive them to Everton myself. Respectfully. Balumi sounds like someone mispronounced. Okay, it depends how you pronounce it. Like the English and how everyone will say it. Will say Balumi. Yeah, Balumi. In Algeria, we don't say it like that. In Algeria, we say Blumi. It's bl. There's no bell. It's bl. Blumi. Straight. So, depends how you want to say it. The English will tell you Bellumi. Because that's just how it is, isn't it? We don't. Well, I say we. I can go into both. It counts as we and we for me. So, oh, sure, another one wide for Hull. Unlucky attempt. There's 9 minutes left here. Now it's going to get to a point where whoever scores, I think, wins the game. It's done. It's a good turn and a good shot. It's just, there's not enough curl on it. Still 0-0. Nice. You see, again, the Middlesbrough in terms of their positioning and their passing through midfield has been brilliant today. But it's after that. Look at that. Little flicks and finding players in space. It's tactically, Middlesbrough are navigating really well. They just can't do anything when it comes to shooting. Look at that. Little through ball. Little 1-2-3. Ball on the right-hand side. Cross into the box, maybe. No, they're going to go short. Into midfield again. Little one-touch football here. Shifting it to the left. It's clean. I have to say, Middlesbrough, in terms of the football, have played well. But they've got nothing to show for it. That's their problem. You know, there's teams that just like to keep the ball just for the sake of keeping the ball. That's not Middlesbrough today. Middlesbrough have found opportunities to pass into certain spaces with certain players running in certain ways that has allowed them to progress time and time and time again, right? They are advancing. They're going forward. They're finding ways through. But it's once they get to the box, they just don't know what they're doing. Anyway, here comes Hull on the counter-attack. No way. Nah, get up. Have a day off. This could go to extra time. We could be here for another half hour. Which, I'll be honest, will feel a little long. For the sake of this game, though. Middlesbrough being patient. Nice. Driven past two players here. Over onto the right-hand side. Little flick. Given away. Hull win the ball back. El Mortal, thank you for the super chat. Saying, it's about time Stoke get back to the Prem. Facts. We absolutely do need Stoke back in the Prem. Without a doubt. You know, cold Tuesday nights in Stoke. I do miss those. Where are Stoke? I swear they're in League One. Ball kept on. 5 minutes remaining. It's golden goal at this point. It's golden goal. Whoever scores is going to the Prem. That's the reality. Here's a Jai. He's moving forward. Hull are now advancing a little bit here. Here come Hull again on the left-hand side. Ball in. No one. Actually, it's not a great ball. Oh, what a challenge. McBurney on Hackney there. Yeah, getting Stoke back into the Prem would be hilarious. Stoke City are... Oh, no, they're in the Championship. They finished 17th, though, so they ain't got a Scooby. But... what's going on now? Don't tell me another water break. It's the end of the game. Oh, no. Words with two players here. Referee's bringing in Hansen and the whole number 4. Hughes. A word with the both of them. And they've shaken hands and gotten on with it. Hansen, the one with the biggest chance of the game so far, without question, although he was offside. I do remember he was offside. My bad. Oh, little handbags here between the two. They're showing the replay. As you do in the Championship. It's getting a bit sticky here. Who can handle the pressure is what it's going to come down to, I think. Ball up the pitch. Hansen on Ajayi. Ajayi wins it. Ball backwards. No pressure. Up the pitch. No one there. Honestly, this could just go to penalties. The way that it's looking. Middlesbrough fans biting their nails. They didn't think they were even going to be here. And look at them. They're breaking it. You know, they were out of this and then put back in and now have a chance of going to the Prem. It's like having your heart ripped out and then cleaned out, put back into your chest, and now your heart's pumping better than ever. Basically, that's what's going on here for Middlesbrough. Here's Hansen. RSO 2003, thank you for the super chat, my man. Hope you're well. And shot from distance, good block. Saying, Younes, hope all is well at your end, mate. I was watching a replay of the game, Chelsea City 2014, I think. How did you feel when Lampard scored against us? That might have been nuts. I remember when that happened, and it felt weird. It felt weird. He didn't celebrate, thank goodness, right? But... And it was a typical Lampard goal as well. I was thinking, going, hang on, how have we let him score there? How have we let Lampard get the ball there? You know what he's going to do. I did think that. But it was weird seeing Lampard score against Chelsea. And it was in the last, I swear it was the last 5 minutes of the game. It was late on. He's run off the pitch. Is he all right? Coyle, are you okay? He's limping. Yeah, you know them fake limps. You know, like, you make a mistake, like, oh, quick, act injured. Oh, yeah, no, my bad. I felt a hammy. Little one. I'm all right, though. I'm all right. So nothing to worry about. Shot. Bloody hell, that's gone out for a throw. Whittaker, instead of putting some bend on it, he's put some, I don't know what he's put on it, but it's gone back to Middlesbrough. Cramp setting in. Hull City players cramping here. Oh, he's cramping hard. He's cramping proper. Yeah, no, mate, you're not meant to... Come on, you're not meant to bring yourself back up on it. Players feeling it. Listen, you got to be able to hack this sort of level. If not, you ain't made for the Prem. Do you know what I mean? 8 minutes... To be fair, yeah, that makes sense. How Middlesbrough had McGree down for a good 5 minutes or so. He ran off the pitch. Madueke's playing. Looked like him. Oh, little flick on. No one to run onto it. Ref waves play on. Middlesbrough have the ball. 8 minutes for a goal to send either team to the Premier League. That's a great through ball. That's a great through ball. He sent him. Any option? Inside. Oh, they've waited for Hull to get back. Why? Why are you waiting them? Uh-oh. Little flick. This is Middlesbrough's problem. They're winding me up. You know, because every time they've got opportunity. Shoot. Someone take a shot. This is pretty incredible, this. Free kick Middlesbrough. Another player for Hull down. What's going on here then? Middlesbrough with chance to lay it off, set someone up, take a shot. No one's doing it. No one's doing it. They're able to pass in really tight spaces. I do like that about Middlesbrough today. Oh my God. Ajayi's walloped that ball straight into Hughes' head, the back of his head as well. He got a battering from that. Is he okay? I bet he's seeing stars. Ajayi pelted the ball straight into his teammate's head. At full blast. Look at the Hull fans getting a tan whilst they're in Wembley. The Middlesbrough fans don't have any sun, unfortunately. It's mainly in the Hull end. I'm guessing that's the Hull City chairman, owner, I don't know. And there's the Middlesbrough owner, I'm guessing. Who do I want to get promoted? I do want Hull to go up, personally. I only want Hull to go up because of Blumi. That's it. I only want him there. Like, I'll be honest. The way that these two teams are playing, I think both of them, if they get to the Prem, they get relegated. Unless they go and they spend, if Tottenham go down, for example, and Hull or Middlesbrough try to nab a couple of their players, then maybe they stand a chance. But, yeah, the way that both teams have played here today, out of the teams that have gone up, so we've got Coventry that have made their way up. I think Coventry can stay up. I think Ipswich, touch and go. But the way both of these two teams have been playing, if this is how they're going to play next season, yeah, I think they're coming back down. But I do want Hull up. I want Hull to go up. We're in the 4th minute of stoppage time. Nice direct AB football here from Hull. Ball in. Keeper's fumbled it! Oh, it's 1-0 Hull! Hull are going to the Prem! Hull are going to the Prem! It's done and dusted! Hull have done it! Oh, the goalkeeper's had a howler! This goalkeeper has had an absolute clanger. Oh, the Hull end have gone mad. And it's Hull that's going to be promoted to the Premier League unless a miracle happens in the next 3 minutes. Oh, no. You got to feel for their keeper. He's not going to sleep tonight. That's for sure. If he makes it back to Middlesbrough. Is it McBurney? He's fuming with himself. Oh, no. Why has he done what he's done? Why? He didn't have to do that. If you're not going to catch it, don't go out for it. Or if you're going to go out for it, just punch it out. If you're going to punch it out, he just fumbled it. It's great ball from the left-hand side. Look at it, he's fumbled it. He's absolutely... He's on. Yeah, it's onside. It's McBurney anyway. Oh, no. You with the ball in from the left-hand side. Look at that. That's a clanger. If you're going to move for it, you got to catch it. Or you got to punch it out proper. If you have to, go for the... He didn't even go for the punch. He went to catch it and couldn't even get his whole hands on it. Well, look, I think it's easy to understand this. Middlesbrough are not going to the Prem anyway, even if they played the final. Hull are not going to take any legal action because now Hull have won this final, and it's going to be Hull in the Premier League next season. Hull will be winning the most expensive game in world football. Unless Middlesbrough can do something in the next 2 minutes. There's a sub here, Sarmiento, has been brought on for Middlesbrough, if I'm not mistaken. What are they waiting for? VAR check. There was no offside. There was no offside. Oh, Hull making 2 subs. Yeah, bring on the defenders. Bring on the defenders. Just... Yeah, Brown has been off. Sarmiento's on for Middlesbrough. Slater coming off for Hull. McBurney's going to be an absolute hero back in Hull. And yeah, bringing on 2 defenders. Lock this game down. End it. Defend, 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 defend now. There's no other way. 4-4-2. Straight up, lock it all up. Lock it all up. The subs are also adding into time here. Coyle is off as well. Good shift from him. Fuzzbrain, thank you for the super chat, saying, when did Jorgensen join Middlesbrough? Good question. Philip Jorgensen. Never. Why do I feel like he did? No, he's never played for... What are we saying? No, he never did. Villarreal. Oh, you actually... No, that wasn't Jorgensen. I wouldn't say Jorgensen. I'd say that's more Sanchez. If anything. A clanger is a clanger. Although, no, you know what? That fumble reminds me of... Oh, who's the goalkeeper in the Champions League who had an absolute nightmare? No, not Karius. Lately. Kinski. Thank you. Kinski, Tottenham. Yeah. Yeah, that reminds me more of Kinski. Simple as that. That's more Kinski, that. Anyway, we're in the 99th minute. The subs have obviously taken up some time. I reckon the ref's going to allow this to go to 101. And then we're going to be done. It's all guns blazing for Middlesbrough. Can they get an equaliser? Younes manifested it. Well, I did say I wanted Hull to get promoted. Next thing you know, they've scored. So, yeah, maybe. Here's Hansen. Hansen for Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have got no choice. They have to score. They have to score. Referee's going to look at his... That's a foul, isn't it? No. Referee's play on. Middlesbrough still have the ball. Ball to the left. Into the box. Free kick. Waste some time. I think that's that. We're in 100 minutes now. I think that's going to be it. In about 20, 30 seconds, I think the ref's going to blow the whistle. And we're going to have Hull in the Premier League, returning after nearly a decade. Welcome back, Hull. I did say I reckon 101 is where the ref's going to blow his whistle. Ball up, McBurney. Middlesbrough booting it up the pitch. Bloody hell, it's just kick the ball and hope at this point, isn't it? That's a free kick for Middlesbrough to be taken quick. Keeper's going up. Can he be the hero? He's the one who caused the flipping problem in the first place. The keeper's up. Imagine the keeper scores. Imagine that. Imagine he makes a mistake and redeems it. Ball up. It's gone straight to their goalkeeper. It's gone off the pitch. What kind of ball is that? Keeper went up there for nothing. Yeah, that's done. That's done. Surely it's done. Ref, can't just blow the whistle, call it a night. Or day, to be fair. Middlesbrough fans are heartbroken. Absolutely devastated. Sorry, guys, you're not playing Premier League football next year. It seems like, anyway. You never know what can happen, but Hull, as it stands, will be playing Premier League football. Fighter jets up. Stay safe. Stay safe, Aqua. Hope all is good. Little flick. Cleared. Throwing up the pitch. Again to no one. Now Middlesbrough are panicking now. They ain't got a solution. Hull are defending this pretty nicely. It feels like you could play another half an hour and Middlesbrough won't get through. Feels that way. Ball up the pitch. That's physical, that. Is that it? No? No. No, it's not it. I don't know what the ref is continuing for now. We're in 103. You know, we've played 13 minutes of the added 8, and understandably there were subs, but the subs didn't take 5 minutes. They took maybe 3. 4 max. Surely that's it. Up the pitch? What kind of kick is that? Now, this goalkeeper's paid by Hull. At this point, this goalkeeper is on suicide watch. Is it going to be 2? Bloody hell, nearly 2-0. Ball up the pitch. There we are. That's a ball up the pitch. This game doesn't want to end. Ref, has the ref left his watch in the dressing room? There it is. It's done. Hull are back in the Premier League. Hull have returned. Well done to Hull City. Deserved. In the end, deserved. And Hull next season will be amongst all of us. Middlesbrough had an absolute howler. That goalkeeper is going to... I'd watch on that goalkeeper, if I'm honest. I'd watch. He's absolutely blown it. Absolutely blown it. In a game where you thought Middlesbrough the better team. But they did not put anything to bed. Nothing. Hull have nicked it. And Hull are playing Premier League football next season. We'll see what they're going to do in the summer window, considering some of the money they're going to get from this and whether they're going to be able to spend a little bit to upgrade ready for the new season. They probably will have to. If they go in the same as they've gone into this game, they're probably going to get relegated, if I'm honest. But congrats to Hull. Big summer ahead. And then we'll see you in the Prem. Middlesbrough, commiserations. Although, you know, they did land in this final the hard way. No one really expected them to get put in this final after losing Southampton. But Hull City have done it anyway. Congrats to them. Guys, we're going to end it there. I appreciate all of you guys that have joined the watch along. I hope all of you enjoyed it. Commiserations to Middlesbrough. Well done to Hull. And we'll see them in the Prem. I hope all of you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. There will be a video upload on here later tonight. So make sure you guys are here for that. And I'll catch all of you then. Have a good one, people. See you lot later on. Take care. And peace.